Thank you all for being here. Since January, I've been asked over and over and over again what I want to define my administration. Mayor Lugar had Unigov, Mayor Hudnut made us the amateur sports capital of the world and began the long march to a revitalized downtown. Mayor Goldsmith gave us data-driven and more efficient local government and the Circle Center Mall. Mayor Peterson worked to bring high-achieving charter schools and the building blocks of a Super Bowl. And Mayor Ballard put Indianapolis on the map when it comes to sustainability and connectivity. So my answer is simple. I want my administration defined by how we invest and treat our neighborhoods. In order to be a great city, we must have great neighborhoods. Sometimes that means redevelopment and investment. Sometimes that means neighborhood-based economic revitalization. And sometimes that just means nurturing what we have in order for our neighborhoods to feel supported and celebrated. Today we gather in the Grace Tuxedo neighborhood, an area that for too long has been littered with trash. In the last 6 months, we've had almost 80 complaints of illegal dumping from this area, this neighborhood alone. And we hear from neighbors that the same truck comes here on a weekly basis, dumping in our neighborhood's alleys. We hear from neighbors that our backyards and alleys have become a garbage dump. Yet in the past, bureaucratic silos and interdepartmental finger pointing has stood in the way of meaningful cleanup efforts. Well, today we reject the status quo and we kick off a neighborhood-wide trash sweep intended to address illegal dumping and intended to engage our communities. This initiative, in partnership with the Marion County Health Department, in partnership with the Department of Public Works, in partnership with the Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and our mayor's neighborhood advocates, we will use this neighborhood as a test ground before addressing other pockets across our city who also are fed up with mounting trash. The success of our neighborhoods means the success of our city. And today is one more step toward both. I am pleased to be joined by a member of the administration, the cabinet, Jason Larison, who oversees a newly renovated agency, and obviously as well joined by the city county council person from this area, Blake Johnson. So I first turn it to Jason Larison. Jason?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Again, my name is Jason Larison. I am the Director for the Department of Business and Neighborhood Services. Through our Property and Land Use Services Division, we maintain and take care of neighborhood nuisance abatements. One of those issues that we constantly are abating is illegal dumping and general trash. It is an issue that continues to pile up in the neighborhoods, and we are taking steps to look at alternative ways for us to address this in a more meaningful fashion. We continue to depend on calls from the citizens who see something and they need to say something by calling the Mayor's Action Center or entering it through the Request Indy app. They can also notify their counselor or their Mayor's Neighborhood Advocate. The neighborhood here is one of multiple neighborhoods that have seen a high number of illegal dumping cases that have been submitted. This is the first of what will be multiple sweeps to help address neighborhoods that continue to see this issue grow. We are looking at multiple tools to be able to address this problem. We are partnering, as the mayor had said, with the Marion County Public Health Department and with the Department of Public Works, as well as with Indianapolis Metropolitan Police Department and the Mayor's Neighborhood Advocates, to address a portion of the Grace Tuxedo neighborhood. We have begun this morning over on Sherman between 10th Street and Michigan, and our teams from DPW, Marion County Public Health Department, and Business and Neighborhood Services will move east from there with the goal of reaching all the way to Linwood before the day is over. They will be traveling up and down the streets in the alleys, collecting all of the trash and debris that they are able to find. And it is our goal, it is our hope that by starting here, that we are giving the neighbors an opportunity to feel that the city is wanting to be a part of their neighborhood, that they have a little bit more pride for themselves, seeing that the city is providing these resources, and that they will continue to be vigilant and diligent when it comes to those that choose to do illegal dumping in our neighborhoods. With that, I'd like to turn it over to Councilor Blake Johnson, who is the councilman for District 12, which we are in.
Thank you, Director Larison, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. I also want to recognize Pat and Patsy, who are back here, if you all would just wave, because Pat and Patsy represent this area far better than I can. They are fierce advocates to make sure that we're doing more here to ensure this is a neighborhood that's thriving. Where we're standing right now, Grace Tuxedo, in the heart of the East Side, is a neighborhood that for decades has felt like they don't register on the city's priority list. They've seen firsthand the impact of unaddressed illegal dumping and blight. They've seen how it affects their quality of life, and they know that issues like this chip away at the sense of pride in their community. That's why I'm honored to be here today, because this announcement marks yet another step this mayor is taking to say unequivocally that our neighborhoods matter. By prioritizing collaboration between agencies, by shining a light on these challenges in our neighborhoods, and by finding smart solutions, we are beginning to undo years and years of neglect. Our neighborhoods deserve this type of attention. They deserve our best efforts to see each and every part of the city thrive, and I'm grateful that our mayor is keeping his promises and ensuring we're doing everything we can to see that happen. I am thrilled to be a partner in these efforts and look forward to helping empower initiatives like this throughout the future. Thank you again, Mr. Mayor.
Questions?
How many citations have been issued for illegal dumping?
Jason,
So that's I don't have those numbers off the top. I will tell you that when we receive a complaint regarding illegal dumping, Business and Neighborhood Services send an illegal dumping inspector to come out and investigate. What they are looking for is any signs of where the trash had come from and collect information from any of the neighbors that might have seen something. It is important for neighbors that see information, that collect information, to be able to contact us through the Mayor's Action Center and request Indy to be able to provide that information, so that way we can make those pursuits. I can have someone follow up with you on exact numbers, though.
Will there be any additional efforts toward enforcing?
Oh, absolutely. The illegal dumping program continues to move forward. We will continue to search through the trash to be able to identify where it came from, so that way we can pursue those that conduct the illegal dumping and provide the penalties that are related.
Are there any ideas about where a lot of this is coming from, whether that's businesses or individuals?
It's a combination of both. What we end up seeing is a combination of contractors, and I'll probably stress that most of these will be unlicensed contractors, or residents that are attempting to remove larger amounts of trash, people that are cleaning out rental properties. Again, these are folks that, for whatever reason, they find that the legal way of doing things is not the best way for them to do it. And this is an opportunity for us to show that this makes an impact on the neighborhood and on the city, and that they should be held responsible.
And what is the penalty for those who are caught doing so?
They can receive a fine or administrative action fine, I believe, in the amount of $2,000.
I'll reiterate that. So the process is through administrative fees that are through our office, and through administrative law action that can include up to $2,000.
2,500. 2,500, we got a letter, I got a letter, copy of the letter from DPW, and everything's flagged. 2,500.
See, this just again reiterates how important our neighborhood leaders are.
Well, if they don't call when they see it being dumped, somebody else comes along and dumps it in. So that's the reason we need for the neighbors to care as much as we do.
You know, you guys are great for us. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call. You can ask your advocates. I call a certain party all the time. If I had a personal number from you, Mary, you'd get a call from me. But I call, and I have meetings every week, every month. So every complaint is sent in, and I get picked up within 48 hours. When I call, 48 hours later, it's clean. Of course, I don't know whether that's because I'm a pain in everybody's derriere or not, but
Well, I can assure you that at the end of today's press conference, you'll have my personal number. Any other questions? I mean, as you look around, the area speaks for itself. And in answer to your question, Mary, I can't tell you how many citations have been issued, and we can get you that number. I can assure you of this. There are going to be a lot more citations than ever before because we are simply not going to allow this type of dumping to occur, and we'll work vigorously toward that end. And today is just the beginning. I want to also thank Ashley Miller, who's our mayor's neighborhood advocate, because she does a wonderful job as well. So thank you all for coming.